After a few comments about the synthetic voice, I decided to, from now on, I'll be using my own voice, so welcome to my channel. On this tutorial we will learn how to save our own materials in a library with an add-on that already comes with the latest versions of Blender, so we can use them in other projects. We will also learn how to fix a common problem the add-on has with permissions in Windows, and you will also be able to use more than 30 materials that and templates that already come with the add-on installed. Go to Edit, Preferences, under Add-ons, search for Material Library and activate it. Now go to Shading, create any material. Scroll down to Material Library. Here you have the different libraries. Click on New Library. Name your first library whatever you want, then click OK. On most cases, the category will not be created. Let us see why this happens and how to fix it. So the add-on works by creating a new blend file for each library, and since it is by default on Program Files folder, it doesn't have permission to create it. So we have two ways to fix this. One is to run Blender as administrator. A second option that I think it's better. You have to move the add-on folder, not copy, just move it, so you don't have two copies of it, and that can generate conflicts. So I leave the step-by-step instructions in the description of the video. Now that we fixed the problem, if we repeat the process, the library will be created. We have to save the file before we can add materials to the library. You can still edit your material, and one stored in the library won't be affected. Now let's create another material. Let's add it to the library. And now let's start a new file. Find our new library. Select our material, make sure you have an object selected, and click Apply to Selected. You can also check the materials that come with the add-on. And check the node setup to learn how they were created and maybe learn something interesting about them. Now I will explain another way to add materials to this add-on. and also another way to append the materials from the files of the addon to use them in any project you want, and also how to back up these files in case you upgrade Blender or you want to keep the materials but you don't want the addon anymore. So if you are interested, keep watching. Here I am creating two materials on a new file. If we save this inside the addons folder, then when we open a new file and go to the addon, we will have the library with the name of the file we just saved. If you want to load the materials without the addon, you can go to File, Append, search for the folder of the addon, select the file Sample Materials, the material folder, select one or any number of materials you want to load to the scene. You can always back up the materials by saving all these files on a zip file or whatever you want. I hope you learn a better way or a simpler way to store your materials, and see you next time.